Hi, I'm Monyetta Shaw, and I just finished my interview with Hollywood Unlocked Uncensored. Stay tuned, listen to it. It's going down. Of course, you know he's tried me, but I got to keep it classy. We had fun, though. You're going to hear the real positive influence on positive co-parenting, like all that good stuff. Keep it locked.
What up, everybody? This is Jason Lee, and this is Hollywood Unlocked Uncensored.
And I'm Jeroslyn, the managing editor at Hollywood Unlocked.
And I'm just DJ Damage. What up, y'all?
And today we have Money Shaw in the building. Monyetta.
Money.
Is it Monyetta or Monyetta?
Monyetta.
Monyetta Shaw.
Yes, yes.
Okay, well, I'm surprised we haven't run across each other in a while.
I know.
Have we ever met?
Oh, well, in passing. I was here in LA a while ago. Maybe.
Well, finally you're here, and you have a book. Now, here's the deal. I have a question.
Okay.
Is it the new thing where blended families are now writing a book? Because Mashonda has a book also.
Yes, it came out around the same time, too. Great minds think alike. Yeah.
Okay, so, you know, we write a lot about you. We've written a lot about you, but it's typically her. So I'll put all the blame if there's any story you read.
No, nothing bad. It's not on you. No, that's all. It's like, I appreciate it. I hope it's good, but no.
Okay, so you're originally from Louisiana.
Yes, Shreveport, Louisiana. Yes.
So are you friends with Toya? Do you know Toya?
Yeah, that's my good girlfriend. Yeah.
I like Toya.
Yeah, Toya's the bomb.
She was recently on Wildin' Out.
Oh, yes. Yes. I didn't see. Has it aired?
Hasn't aired yet.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Good people.
Okay, so tell me, I want to get to know you a little bit. So how many kids do you have?
I have 2 kids.
A boy and a girl?
Yes, a boy and a girl, Madeline and Mason. Yes, okay. Boom. They're 11 months apart. Extremely close. They're best friends, you know, like they're ride or die already. So. Okay,
you look like 2 people.
Here we go. Get to the good stuff.
No, I know you've heard this. So you look like Keke Palmer.
Yeah, I get that
a lot. I was going to say that.
I love her. Really?
She doesn't look like she does.
Keke probably looks like her.
Oh, yeah, I am.
You and Keke look alike.
Yes, they
love
look
her.
alike.
Yes.
Shout out to Damage for political correctness.
You said 2 people. Who's the other one?
The other person, you look like a younger Lily from SWV.
I get that too all the time. Yeah, I love her too. I met her. Yeah, she's lovely as well.
Have you ever heard anybody else?
I get what's her name? She was on the Jamie Foxx show. I get
Garcelle.
Yeah, sometimes I get that.
She's bad too.
Yeah.
You know, she went through a rough divorce.
Recently?
No, her baby daddy, she had the twins by the guy who was an agent, and he cheated on her. So she sent an email of the details of him cheating to the entire ICM franchise.
Damn. That's not classy, but I mean, sometimes you want to do that.
Hell hath no fury.
Hey, woman's scorn, honey. Yes.
Okay, so let's dig into your business.
It's real.
Because that's why you're here.
Let's get into your business.
All right. So you dated Neal for how long?
Like 4 years and some change.
And how did you meet?
Actually, he was in my hometown, Shreveport, Louisiana. He was shooting Battle Los Angeles, and there was a concert, a Jamie Foxx concert. I was a DJ back in the day. So
that was like 2009.
Look at you. Yes. The bomb.com. So, the NA going is down. Yeah, you're right. Anyway, so I was there at the concert. I recently broke up with my boyfriend then, and I was actually supposed to take him to the concert, but as the universe has it, I took my cousin. And so my seats were like right on the front row on the end, and his was like right behind me. And so, I saw him, huge fan. He's like his pen game is insane. So, of course,
I thought you were going to say his penis game. I'm like,
I
thought she was getting there.
Right in.
Oh, really? Hey, I didn't know that at the time, but anyway. Anyway. So, we saw each other or whatever. So the next night I started getting phone calls from my ex-coworker, a fellow DJ. Like, Neal, want your number? Da-da-da. I'm like, no, I'm straight. Really just fresh off a breakup. Like, I'm like, I ain't got time for that right now. Whatever. Anyway, kept calling him. He was very persistent. So eventually I'm like, okay, that's fine. Whatever. Anyway, I used to do some acting before him. And I happened to be going to Baton Rouge. And I was just like, let me just hit him up, whatever. I have the number and see how Shreveport is treating him. So I called him and I was like, how's Shreveport? He's like, well, actually, I'm in Baton Rouge filming the rest of the movie. And I'm like, no way. I was on my way to Baton Rouge to film like 2 weeks on a movie that I got. And I believe in like signs and, all that stuff. So I'm like, okay, well, let's meet up for dinner. And we did. And the rest was history. We were inseparable. We became best friends, fell in love, like all that stuff. stuff right there.
So I just ran into Neal the other night. I
Yeah.
was telling the story on the show. He was right. He hurt his leg.
Yeah.
So he's propped up on this little damn scooter
with the boot. Got the
So
boot.
he's like riding around Catch. I'm like, who the fuck is this riding around Catch? But I'm okay. So having met Neal and been around him a few times and talked to him, he's a likable person.
Yeah. He's a good guy.
So what was it that attracted you to him? Because people were really people used to be very critical of how he looked. They said he wasn't the most attractive thing in the world.
That's not nice. I think he's attractive. Have two beautiful and handsome kids by him. So that's not nice. People are just damn mean. That's
People
all.
are. They're gonna always find a negative thing to say.
Exactly. And everybody's thing isn't everybody's thing.
But what was the most attractive thing to you about him? I mean, he can write a song and write his ass off.
Yeah, he's just his heart. He has a big heart. And like into the simple things, and we just clicked on that. Just his heart has a heart of gold. Yeah.
So when you're with somebody who you were a private person, I mean, you were on the radio, but you weren't as public.
Yeah,
your personal life wasn't as public. How was the transition going from being a private person in the public to a public person?
It was a lot. Like I was, I guess, a local celebrity in my city and college or whatever. So I dealt with things, but never on this level. So, and of course, once you start dating a celebrity, they just get to making up rumors. Like, and I was a DJ, so you take pictures with the celebrities you say, who come you do an interview with. So, child, they put me with people I didn't even meet. I'm like, well, at least put me with somebody I took a picture with. But it comes with the territory. And once people got to know me and everything, they're like, oh my God, I love her. She's so nice. But at first, honey, I was all types of everything.
Did any of those rumors ever affect the relationship you were in?
No, honestly, like my thing is like I'm an open book, with my partner or whatever, and we talked about things prior, like stuff that might come up or whatever, because I don't like any surprises. He doesn't either. So just laid everything out there, and like as long as you know who you're with and you know the person, you got to have that connection. Especially being in a relationship with a celebrity, it's gonna get hard. Like you can't be insecure, you can't be like any of those things. Obviously, it's not gonna work.
So you never battle insecurity being in the relationship? I mean, he sings love music. Women are throwing themselves at him literally.
He's on tour all the time.
Yeah, he's gone. Honestly, like I never didn't until we got to our problems, and when I was pregnant, he talks about it too. It was the infidelity. So at that point, then I'm like, oh wait, hold on, I don't have daddy issues. I don't have like my dad. Like, okay, what's going on? Like, what's wrong with me? So at that point, then it came up, and then I had to like soul search and find myself all over again, and then it was the beginning of the end.
So was the infidelity? Did it start with Crystal, or was there?
Oh no,
before?
Crystal actually was not even involved, and we were broken up before they did, but we still cohabitated. We still lived in the same house.
Okay.
And
So
that was
is
the
that
time
cheating?
that Atlanta, no, we weren't in a relationship then.
But y'all were living together.
You bad.
Listen, if
He's
you
like, I'm trying to find out.
No, I always tell people, if you cross the threshold in my house, you belong to me. So
We still go together,
Whatever the particulars are at bedtime, whatever. But when you cross that threshold, you're on my taxes and you are a part of me.
No, I get it. That was just, it was a gray area, and I get how it looked to the world as well. So I think that's where all the confusion came from. And the show Atlanta Exes was on at the time,
Right.
and I guess they're thinking it's real time happening. So, and then she's there and they're all trying to be happy, and all this other stuff. They're like, oh, hell no, like that dirty dog, so people got, got in their feelings a little bit, but it wasn't. She wasn't one of the ones, so I will say that.
How did that feel for you when you were like, he's dating other people and you were still just living there, y'all were co-parenting?
Yeah, listen, I was thinking at that point, I still thought he was going to, sow his royal oats and come back home, honestly. So yeah, I was like, what you mean? Like, why wouldn't you? Like, I ain't do nothing like this. Me, I'm still sexy. I'm loyal. I'm whatever. You coming back? And it's like, about that,
Damn.
Yeah, life happens, but
A lot of times when you hear about people date celebrities, they always think the less famous person is insecure. Was there any other insecurities maybe on his side?
I think he speaks on that, but I can't really say. Like, I don't really know, but his struggles. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I think he talks about it though. Has he ever?
I mean, we don't sit it. I'm really interested because of what I do. When I do talk to people, I like to let them lead the conversation because I don't ever want them to think I'm trying to pry in their business.
No, for sure.
To put a story out because I don't do that.
Yeah, for sure.
I like people to come on here and tell other business.
Spill the tea, honey.
So back to his pen game. Was the pen,
Oh Lord, I cannot.
was the pen game good? I mean, for fans that
Oh gosh, I don't remember, honey. I got a man in my
Yeah,
life that's pinning it down, so I'm straight. That's all I can think about, child.
Well, you got 2 kids.
I do.
Must have been, must have been doing something.
Yo,
Right.
I can't with y'all.
Don't he have a song called 1 in a Million? Well, how's that song?
He does, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So when the infidelity started, how did you find out?
How did I find?
Because women find out everything.
Was it Instagram time? It was Instagram.
No, it wasn't.
Was it email?
We were introduced to Instagram.
Email.
That happens.
I just have. Yeah, it does happen. That women's intuition. I'm very like just key in on certain things and feelings. And of course, for a while, I thought I was crazy, and then he was denying it, but then he was honest, and I was hurt, and we were trying to make it work. I don't remember specifically. Pretty much. Like, kind of like, oh, I know what's going on. Like, no, you don't. Yes, you do.
Okay, so everybody knows we give you guys free things. We give you guys the heads up on some amazing technologies or other services out there that you have to use. And one that is probably my favorite out of everyone that we've given you is Stamps.com. With us at Hollywood Unlocked, we have merch. We have merch that we send out, hats and trinkets or whatever, sweaters. But the best thing for that is that I don't have the time to get to a post office, and my team doesn't have time to get to the post office because they're so busy bringing you the tea that we use Stamps.com. Especially in times for the holidays. Right now, it's the busiest time of the year. You can save a lot of time with all the errands that you already have to run by using it right there in the convenience of your own home.
Nice.
Yeah.
And that's why we use Stamps.com, because it just saves so much time during a hectic holiday season. I've told you this many times before, but I'm going to tell you again. You can buy and print official U.S. postage for any letter, any package, any class of mail using your own computer and printer. And again, with this, you get a free scale.
Time saver.
Another good thing that I never thought about is that with Stamps.com, you don't have to worry about the post office being open because it's always open in your house. I use Stamps.com because, again, like I said, for me, it makes my time, it frees up my time to do other things that I have to get done, and it's just really convenient. So as of right now, you too can enjoy Stamps.com service with a special offer that includes a 4-week trial plus postage and a digital scale without long-term commitments. Go to Stamps.com. Click on the microphone at the top of the homepage and type in the word unlocked. That's Stamps.com, and then enter unlocked. This goes back to men and women, because women cheat better than men. I don't think they cheat.
I don't agree.
Women cheat.
I don't agree.
Why don't you?
I feel like the people women cheat with are more discreet because it's men. I don't think I don't think men are always hyped to women jump on comments and make themselves be known. I feel like women can cheat with people and they're just satisfied with what the situation is.
Women orchestrate that cheating, and they know how to select a partner that can keep it a secret. Men are stupid. Men are stupid and select the wrong ones who think that they're the one. So they're going to do everything to outperform her and then publicly show the world that she's the one. And then everything's fucked up, and then nobody's the one.
Nobody's the one.
Nah.
Okay, well, we agree to disagree. No, I mean, I think men are dumb, and I think that men get shit wrong over and over and over again. And women, and let me tell you what, women see, because men are sexual creatures, so you need the physical stuff. Women are emotional. Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe I
want more of the attention. So would you say, like, do you think he's a cheater, or you two just weren't the ones for each other?
At that point of time in his life, he wasn't ready for it. He wasn't ready for the monogamy. You said it, big child. You so silly. Well, no, at that time he wasn't ready for a real woman. At that time, yeah.
Okay, and so we had Floyd Mayweather here once, and he talked about, and Bow Wow, where they talked about being with the type of woman that you want. Like, if you want a housewife, marry the housewife. But if you want a stripper, don't stay with the housewife and then cheat with the stripper. Get with the type of woman that you want and be happy with her. So we all know Crystal was on the poll. I love Crystal. Wasn't she?
No, I don't think she. I don't know that.
We know she was on the poll.
Was she on a stripper?
I thought. I don't know for sure if she was, but she does seem like she would be comfortable with it.
Y'all will stop it. That's no. She was not on the poll.
She wasn't. Okay. Well, she's a more edgier girl.
She's edgy. She's edgy.
No, she's fly. She's edgy.
Wait, Crystal really wasn't on the poll?
Yo, I am mad at Jason right now. Like, I cannot.
I would know if she was on the poll.
Why did you think that? Oh my God!
I never seen
that.
I'm
about to call her right now.
No, listen. I love Crystal. I'm playing. I was trying to drag something out because I didn't know. I was like, wait, hold on. I don't know what you know. I'm just thinking like maybe you gonna tell me something. No, but let me say this.
Crystal, all joking.
Girl. I love Crystal. She does seem like a more. you seem a little bit more conservative than she is.
Oh.
Isn't that not fair to say?
You could say that. You
if
know.
Crystal came up here, she would just be. It's a production. She's over the top.
Yeah. I was loving her birthday videos. She was just twerking it and shaking it. And
yeah, you
that.
gotta get loose, honey. Yes,
It's
I have
good.
that side of me too. Thank you.
But you don't put it on Instagram.
I I'll do a little classy twerk for the gram. You know what I'm saying?
Because you got to keep it classy.
Hey.
Well, but okay, so let me go back.
I'm multifaceted. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a time and a place. You know?
Okay, so Crystal wasn't on the poll.
Oh, you in this poll? I could not.
Okay, so but I guess the issue and why there's the existence of a Money Shaw and Crystal comparison is because of what came to a conclusion in your relationship with Neal, where the rumors on the internet, I know everything online ain't true, but I'll just ask, was that, he had said to you, you guys were engaged and you were planning to get married.
Yeah.
And then he asked you to get your tubes tied.
No, he didn't ask. We just decided as a family to do it. That we had a girl and a boy. We didn't want any more kids. So we're gonna do it because we're gonna be together forever.
But who started the conversation? Because I don't know that women go to a man and say, "I'm thinking of tying my tubes."
Well, honestly, he was on the road a lot. He was on the road a lot. I was pregnant alone for most of the time, and I traveled with him with Maddie a lot, which was a lot on my body. I had her early. I had preeclampsia that could have been part of that. So I couldn't be pregnant, and I was like, once we were blessed with another one, and it was a boy. It's like, oh, we're good, right? And he's like, right. So we decided together.
Then why was the whole controversy that the rumors online that he had talked you into having?
Child, I don't know why y'all said that, child.
But
I don't know.
You didn't come out and rescue him.
Because I'm not going to speak on anything. No, I wrote about it in the book. I just said no, I did say once I did press. Which I stopped doing press because people put words in my mouth, and honestly, it was going to destroy my family. And at the end of the day,
you want to keep it classy.
You know what I'm saying? Like for real, because you're so silly. Basically, in a nutshell, our kids are going to grow up and be able to read all this, and if we're both pushed to a point, then it's going to go all the way left. And even though I am classy, I could take it there, and I chose not to because it's a decision. So, but anyway, I talked about it in in Bigger Than Me. You a mess.
Well, no, because you're on the show keeping it classy when I know there's that one question I have to ask. It's going to be the springboard of you spilling the tea. But
no, not even. I think this was the question right there. I appreciate you.
Okay.
But no, that was it. Life happened, and I made a decision. That if I would have known the outcome of it, I definitely wouldn't have.
So was the decision to tie your tubes because you believe that was forever?
Oh, absolutely, 100%. Otherwise, I would not have ever.
And then forever was over.
Yeah.
You didn't want to burn the whole world down?
Of course.
Then why didn't you? Because we need good content.
Because look, we got too many of those out there, got to be the unicorn. No, my foundation, how I was raised, and, I don't want to embarrass my mom and dad and my kids, at the end of the day, I don't want to negatively affect how they see their father. You know what I'm saying? They're not the reason for our mess. They should not be affected by our mess, And so, of course, there were times I wanted to go off. There were times I wanted to reveal, the real, but as long as we know, and, that's all that matters. And I knew at one point we would come to where we are now, a positive place, and get over all the hurt and the blame and stuff like that. And ultimately what's important are the kids.
How long did it take for you to get over that hurt and that pain?
It took a while. Yeah.
What's a while?
Maybe 2 years, honestly.
Damn.
Yeah.
So
it was a lot to have kids by this man, and I thought it was forever,
So back to the conversation about forever. So when you make the decision, did he go with you to the hospital when you had the procedure?
Yeah. Yeah. Actually, no, I had it after I had my son.
And he was with you.
Yeah, he was.
And so what was the conversation like when you realized forever wasn't happening?
Oh wow. It was a lot. I didn't understand, I was distraught. I was like, what do you mean? Is this a joke? We could work through it. But one thing that I did learn from this, it doesn't matter, who you are, you could be the baddest chick in the world. You could be the loyal chick. If a man, or, reverse it, if a woman is not there and present in that relationship, there's nothing you can do. And no kids is going to keep them there. like people fall out of love, like people change. There's one thing that's constant in life is change. And I knew at that point, I'm like, well, I was trying everything, like, but talk to my dad, like I call him for guidance when I get in that, that spot, that rough spot. And he's just like, there's nothing, like, sorry, like you're just gonna have to, you're strong. God, this isn't who God has for you. You know what I'm saying? I know you thought it at a time, but it's not. So what are you gonna do with it? It's your choice, and you are the example to them. So you're gonna have to get up off the floor, pray to God, find your strength because it's in you, and keep going.
But what was the part of the process where you were examining what happened? Because I'm sure there was the whole, what did I do?
Oh, of course. Absolutely.
Did you find anything that you thought it could have been?
I mean, honestly, I feel like I should have, like, you have those red flags and you feel like it's over. And I feel like I should have maybe walked away when I knew it was over. That way it wouldn't have been drug out as long as it was, and maybe wouldn't have hurt so bad. But because my parents been together in February 46 years, like that's all I knew. And that's what I wanted so desperately for my, our children. I'm like, okay, we can do this. Like, what do you mean? Yeah, people fall out of love. Like, it's fine, but we still have that whatever, and we'll get it back. And, I feel like when I knew it, I should have been like, okay, yeah.
Did you guys ever do therapy or relationship counseling?
No, we didn't. Yeah, we didn't. We were supposed to, but yeah, we didn't. He was on the road still like a lot, and it just never worked out.
So what was the process like? Because my parents have never been together, so I don't really know what a family unit looks like. But when you have kids involved, what is the conversation? What was the conversation like with your children? Did you do it together? Or was it daddy ain't shit?
Oh no, definitely. Even though a few times I wanted to say that.
You wasn't keeping it classy back then.
Oh, whatever. No, I pride myself on being able to, that I did not use the kids against him. Even when I was hurting and like we still lived in the same house. Do y'all know how hard that was watching that man come home every, when he did come home and just not knowing exactly. And I'm just like,
you didn't hit him one time?
No.
Wait, hold on. Let her finish her thought. When you said how hard it was when that man came home and what?
And just, knowing that it's not what it used to be. And like, this is not my story anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like this not my forever. I'm going to have to figure it out. We're going to have to figure it out. Like our normal is not what I thought it would be. And I'm going to have to figure it out basically. Like straight up. That was the hardest thing ever. And trying to just rationalize like what that's going to look like in my head.
Well, had you made forever out in your head? Like had you played the whole story out? Like, we're going to get married. We're going to our kid. Did you play that whole out?
No, I did. Yeah, I did. So I was crushed to say the least. And, like him, just me being there and not, doing the petty stuff that sometimes I might have wanted to. I'm just like, no, because their feelings matter. Like I got to eat this, I got to eat it until it, got to fake it till I make it, until I really get over it. And thank God I did. And I just had to do a lot of healing and self-work.
You were going to say something, sorry.
Oh, no, I was just saying you never really wanted to just knock him upside his head. Or did you? Be honest.
No, straight up, I didn't. No, y'all would have seen it. We had an incident before at the house and things was about to get ugly, but I'm in my head, like analytical person anyway. So before I'm just like, okay, all right, we both can't do this because it's going to be ugly. It's going to be all over the place. Jason and them going to talk about it. So TMZ going to have the mug shot and be like, yeah, I did it, but at the end of the day, I'm just like, I'm going to have to wake up and live with this and explain this to my kids. So
okay, so how did you deal with the gay rumors? Now, I'm out here and I know all the guys who are gay. But they say they ain't gay, but they singing R&B music to everybody. And Neal has never been on that list. I've never heard like the real details of anybody trying to say anything. Right. How did you deal with the gay rumors and people saying he was gay?
I just knew he wasn't, so I didn't. I'm just like, it comes with the territory. Like people say, like once you make it, you're gay. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I'm just like, I know that thing ain't gay.
I ain't made it yet then.
You're silly.
Whatever. I made it a long time ago.
A long time ago. You a mess.
But you were confident enough in your relationship.
Yeah.
But did it affect him?
Maybe quietly it did, because who wants to hear that about yourself, especially all the time, and if it's not you please me, so I'm sure it did, he's human.
And he just seems like a nice guy. Like he doesn't.
Yeah, he's cool. He's cool.
You almost want to defend him for him because he's not the petty guy.
Yeah, no, no, it's not. You shouldn't, have to speak on that, especially like.
All right, so listen, I know I stress my staff out, but thank God to apps like Talkspace that they can now get help that I don't have to pay for. So I've asked you to try Talkspace because me and you, there's so much going on at Hollywood Unlocked with our poor Instagram page down. By the way, it's coming back. I promise you. So talk to people about Talkspace. Tell them how you're getting that help.
Therapy is so important. Sometimes I'm really stressed and I'm super busy from work. I work 7 days a week.
And on top of all the stress from work, you're also dealing with, premarital bliss. As
Lord.
You and your fiance are engaged.
Oh, fiance.
So talk about Talkspace and how they've been able to help you.
Well, I've been able to download the app and talk to a licensed therapist from anywhere at any time. And that works for me since, my work schedule is 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So I'm able to fit it into my busy work schedule. And as long as I have Wi-Fi or an internet connection, I can get some therapy.
And listen, we all live in a stressful city. Hollywood, LA is on fire. So, in those times when you don't have a friend that you can call on and you can't call Tyrone because Erykah Badu's put him out, you can go on Talkspace.
And you can just send a message right to your therapist because you'll get a licensed therapist that's assigned to you. And then you can send them a message and they'll reply back to you.
So for those of you that can't imagine fitting anything else in your schedule, Talkspace makes it simple because it's just like sending a message to your therapist, like you said. And also if you have to get something off your chest whenever you want to and you don't want to call Jason or get in trouble with your boss, the Talkspace platform has over 2,000 licensed therapists who are experienced in addressing life challenges that we all face. So to match with the perfect therapist for a fraction of the price or traditional therapy, go to Talkspace.com/unlocked and use the code UNLOCKED to get $45 off your first month and show your support for this show. That's Unlocked and Talkspace.com/unlocked. So did you love Neal with the hat or without the hat?
I loved him either.
That is too funny.
No, because I like Neal. I haven't seen him without the hat yet. I like both Neal.
Look, have y'all seen my head too? I got a large head too, so it's all good. So
I do too, but mine's all in my head.
You know what?
Okay, so when you sit down with the kids and you're talking to them, I'm sorry, I have ADHD.
It's all good.
And I haven't finished therapy.
Working on it.
When you sit down with the kids and you're having this conversation, what was that experience like?
It was, it was hard. I think we did it together, but it was kind of a blessing in disguise for us because all of their lives, he's been in and out. It was never like a normal 9-to-5 dad where they were going to feel it, It was just like, okay, so what we had to explain more so is that, okay, so daddy has a new house, and now, and they're like, well, why you can't come home, so that was more like,
how old were they?
You mean? Oh gosh, I think they were maybe 3 and 4.
Oh,
yeah, around the time, so it's still like they're honestly just now getting to the fact because I think Mason maybe a year ago was like, okay, well, daddy, Crystal, and then you married to him too. I was like, no, son, no, no, not quite. So now they're getting it now, they know we're blending together, and once mommy gets married, like whatever, it's all one big happy family. But yeah, so they were kind of on the cusp of like, okay, well, why doesn't he come home every night anymore? Not every night, but when he's in town, and we're over here in Crystal House. I was like, yeah, no, that's daddy's. So we had to break it down in those terms. So
co-parenting, because Tori Hart was here and talked about her situation, which is a little different because she was married. Well, I don't know. I'm gonna leave that alone.
Let it be, child.
That's a whole thing.
Well, Anika don't like me anyway, so fuck her.
Oh, no. Hey, don't say that. So, she's a nice lady.
Look, let me ask you. Tori had talked about. I had asked Tori if her and Aniko had a conversation.
Jason, you got me toe up right now. I cannot.
I had asked her. Well, listen, I had asked her if her and Aniko had.
Okay, come on, ADD.
Okay. All right, so I asked her if she and Aniko had a conversation before Aniko took pictures with her kids, and she said there had not been a conversation. Did you and Neal and Crystal talk about Crystal's relationship with your children?
Not initially, but it's funny that you say that because we were still together. We all, Nico, Kevin, we all vacationed together and things like that. And seeing it all transpire, I'm just like, oh, how would I feel? And, we had always had our opinions. However, then fast forward to our life that was happening before our eyes. Yeah, it kind of just happened, and certain things I wasn't comfortable with, and that's why I would have a talk with him and say, okay, well, maybe.
But you were never like, if this bitch takes one more picture with my children, I'm going to roll up and drag her. You are from Louisiana. Hold on.
Right.
I am, yes.
And you know,
hold on, because I'm getting Huntington Beach, Monyetta. Not Louisiana. So you didn't never call and say, if this bitch takes one more picture with my child,
I see one more mama bitch.
Because I'm assuming before you kept it classy, you guys had conflict. There's just
No. It's a process. No, so there were several conversations that had to be had. So yeah, that was one of them. Let's be clear. You know, I'm saved, but come on now. Anyway, but no, there were a certain amount of conversations that had to take place. You know, I wasn't comfortable with certain things, and that's where I'm like, okay, we have to have boundaries. We have to do this, and so we all got together, had a conversation, and had to hash it out, because it was one time we were kind of got pulled into the not Instagram, but the social media beef and things like that. You know, and I'm just like, okay, I got to stop, because this is, like I said, going to go left real quick, and then we can have that. It's like we can keep going, but
so
what I want to
stop?
do. I mean, yeah, and we all did, you know, had a conversation like, listen, okay, what do we want this to be? You know, like straight up, like, do we want this, or do we really want what's best for the kids? Because at the end of the day, that's what it should be about. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got to get over all the petty stuff, all whatever that I think might be about me. Whatever, like, come on, yo, like, what's up?
What are some of those boundaries, though? Because I know me as a co-parent, I crossed some boundaries and didn't know, and it seemed like the conversation
How did you cross the boundary?
Well, you know, when you get the new girlfriend and you kind of bring the person around a little too early around the child, and as a guy, I don't think we really understand those things, like. And I feel like there's a conversation that I had as it went along. So, you know, I know you have a book on this. What are some of those boundaries for those guys out there that don't fuck up and make those mistakes before they can happen?
I definitely think you should, you know, talk to your ex and see like what's a comfortable time period, you know, not that it's about her or him, but still, like, she's the mother of your children, you know, so you should definitely want to have consideration for her feelings, you know, because you want everybody to be comfortable.
Right.
So there's not any animosity, you know, no hard feelings. Granted, you moved on. She's going to have to face that fact.
Yeah.
But, you know, you should still respect her as the mother of the kid.
Now, on the flip side, what do you do when that person doesn't seem like they're trying to move on, where it's been enough space?
Because coping is a personal challenge.
No, it is. Yeah.
Like, you know, what do you do in that situation where the woman's just kind of like, you know, just not turning over that leaf?
She got to
like, it's been 3 years.
Yeah,
like,
baby, you got to get on. Yeah, it took me a while too, but still I was not, you know, thank God, holding it against him. You know what I'm saying? Like the kids, like I still didn't want to affect how they saw their dad or anything. Like she has to do work on herself. Like, honestly, you got to forgive. If you don't forgive, like it's going to be hard. She's probably never going to let it go. You got to forgive him, yourself, you know, in order to move forward and just stop clinging on to what you thought was there, because it's not anymore, and open up your hands and receive the blessings that God has for you, basically.
I got some homies that got 10-year-old kids and the mom still has not, you know.
Sure. No,
I don't want nobody around the kids, blah, 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 blah.
Sad, man. It's sad.
Was there ever a point before you decided to keep it classy that you wished that their relationship failed?
No. Really? I did it, honestly. I'm just like, whatever it is, it is. Like, I'm sorry. And I saw too many of y'all on the internet saying it for me. So they're just like, all right, ain't gonna, and, you know, so I didn't, like, no, I'm all about, like, honestly, even though I'm just like, okay, clearly it's not me, you know, and that's fine. So, like, why even hate on their situation? Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just hope that they're the best and they can be the best, you know, be the best co-parents, you know, and let's do this together. So
was Bigger Than Me your first book?
And that was I have a children's book.
Besides the child's book?
That was my first book, yeah.
Okay, so when you wrote that book, I haven't had an opportunity to read it, but when you wrote that book, that was more around the process of
my
becoming
healing.
sterile.
Yes.
And healing from all of that. Exactly. What was Neal's reaction to you being open in that book? Or did you talk to him about it first, or did you just put it out?
I talked to him about it at first. And
you've been nice. You've been keeping it classy all the way around.
Listen, I'm telling you, we have, I just choose to keep our issues in house. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not for everybody else. I know that's not the way of the world right now, you know, but still, like, I choose, if I can, you know, of course, I'm not perfect. I'm not at all, like, by all means. But, you know, I try to handle it in house, you know, as much as I can. So we definitely had problems, and it took a while to get to this point. But like, we had mad drama over that book. That's why I stopped promoting it. Like, because once it was, the show was on, and there was this a reporter who actually took her feelings and wrote them as if I said them, and just regurgitating how I felt back then as if I'm singing it now. Do you know the phone call I got? Like, I'm just like, yo, and he's cussing, I'm cussing. Like, it was going down, and I'm just like, I chose, because I could have went. I was like, boy, I didn't tell 10% of what really happened. You know what I'm saying? So you should respect me.
What's the 10%?
Read the book. Oh, hush, whatever. Like details like that. Yeah, that's what we want to talk about.
We ain't gonna tell nobody.
I ain't gonna tell nobody else. No.
So anyway, how would Neal describe you as a mother?
He would say that I'm an amazing mom. I'm a mom first. I love my kids. I adore them. And it's super important. That's why I move how I move, honestly. The second I had my daughter, like, it was no longer about me. It's not like I think for them first before I, think for me. So.
Well, you're still young. Do you ever regret the whole sterilization process? And do you think of adopting more children or having more children?
Yeah. The great thing about it is it's reversible. Hey. And my doctor is like the best doctor I could have, because he actually travels around the world to show other doctors how to perform the procedure. So I'm in good hands.
So are you going to do that?
I thought about it. If my husband, when he comes, wants to, and we'll have that conversation, and I'll see how I feel about it then.
Wait, so when you get with a man, does he have kids? Mm-hmm. How many kids does he have? First of all, she looked left. Hold on. I'm gonna tell y'all what's going on. I'm gonna tell y'all what's going on in her mind. She's like, nigga, don't ask me no questions about my man.
Yeah, I'm trying to keep that private as long as I can. No, that's it. I know, whatever, and then I'm done. But he has kids.
So he has kids. And then, so have you all had the conversation yet about having kids together?
We've had it, but he knows that nothing's happened until, not a ring on my finger, but marriage. So until we get to that point, that's when the conversation will continue.
Do you help him with his co-parenting situation?
He's definitely inspired by me. Yeah, for sure.
So he's read the book.
Yes.
So with the mother, or depending on if he's a rapper or not, mothers of his children, do you have a relationship with them?
We will get to that point. Yeah, we'll get to that point. Yeah.
When the relationship is there.
When it's time, we'll get to that point.
Okay, that's the last question I'll ask you about that.
It's like, I'm gonna try.
So how do you move different now in relationships than you did before, and if so, how?
As far as, honestly, I feel
privacy. Now you understand how the public responds, right?
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Do you are you in this relationship just open to the journey of it, or are you like looking for signs? Like, do you look for warning signs?
Because of what I went through.
Right.
Yeah, I do, honestly. And if it feels a little bit familiar, I'm probably not gonna mess with it at all.
Educate us. What are some of those red flags you look for?
Let's see, like dishonesty, and it could be like,
you lie about the little shit.
Yeah, I was just about to say that.
It's true, though.
Like straight up.
It's
like
true.
If you could lie about what, come on, yo, like there's no telling what you're gonna lie about, So that's like huge for me. Huge. Yeah, I'm big on loyalty. So
but how do you make a man feel comfortable dealing with the honest truth? Because sometimes that's painful.
Yeah, I mean, they have to realize when they dealing with me, they're dealing with, like, I'm not built like a lot of these other women. I know that.
Like these other hoes.
No, I didn't.
That's pretty much what she wanted to say. She kept it clear.
What I'm gonna start doing for the rest of the interview,
I'm
gonna start translating the nice shit.
Hey ladies, Glam Squad knows that you're too busy to get your hair done this holiday season, or go for a mani or pedi, and do your makeup every time you want to look your best. So they bring the beauty services straight to you. With Glam Squad, you can get hair, makeup, and nail services anytime and anywhere because they come straight to you. Your Glam Squad team can get you completely ready, hair, nails, and makeup in just 60 minutes, all in the comfort of your own home. Go to glamsquad.com/unlocked, select the service you're looking for, time and location, and book. Schedule in advance or with as little as an hour's notice. Glam Squad's talented beauty professionals bring 8 or more years of experience and are extensively vetted to deliver your desired look with 5-star results, whether it's for date night, a work meeting, or a holiday party. Go to glamsquad.com/unlocked and get 25% off when you book your first beauty service now through New Year's. Try them out to look amazing at a holiday party or to just treat yourself and get 25% off at glamsquad.com/unlocked. Now through New Year's Eve only. glamsquad.com/unlocked.
Okay, so you have a boy and a girl. You have a boy and a girl.
Yes.
What do you teach? What are you going? How old are they now?
8 and 7.
Okay, so what are you going to teach both of them on relationships?
Honestly, it's funny you say that. One of the biggest teachable moments is right now where we're at, honestly. And then watching their mother, just like even in the beginning, like endure, like how I react to it, you know, and how I interact with their dad and their bonus mom. How, like if I break down, if I throw the doggone trash can over somebody's head, you know, they're gonna think it's okay. Or it's like, this is the biggest lessons right now, because
they're watching you.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm leading
everything.
every single thing. I'm leading by example. I'm not, oh, your daddy and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not, even when I felt it at times, because, I did, you know, or I felt like he could have been there or something, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh, he could have been there. And I'm like, whenever they want to talk, here, call your dad. Here, call your dad. You know, even when I didn't want to see him. But of course, I had to. Like, here they go talk, because, it gets real. So they are learning so much just by watching me maneuver, and that's so important. And I think a lot of parents take that for granted, you know, like talking shit when you're on the phone, and they're taking it all in, and their energy, they hear you and they understand, and you know they want to protect their mother too, you know, so they're gonna start acting different towards their dad, and I don't want that. I don't want it.
What would you teach your son though on how to treat women, and what would you teach your daughter on how to be treated by a man? Yeah,
one thing I can't do, and that's why it's so important to definitely that he has a real relationship with his father, like he does, because I can never teach my son how to be a man. You know, I can just treat him, you know, how to respect women, but I can't teach him how to be a man. So he needs his dad for that. And just Maddie to always be true to herself and be a lady at all costs.
So Neal seems like a really solid guy. I mean, every time I've dealt with him, is he a great father?
He is. He genuinely loves them. They love him so much, and he's in love with his kids and his family. He is.
So if you had to write on a report card a grade for Crystal on being a bonus mom, what does she get? An A, a B, a C, a D?
A-.
You know what? Y'all
B+?
silly. No, she gets an A+. Like for real. Honestly, I will say Crystal's been a blessing, because one thing that their dad could work on, and he talks about this too, is communication, you know? And so, honey, I started this group chat. And when I don't hear back from him, I'm like, girl, I'll hit her up like, girl, can you tell him da-da-da? And she's right on it. You know what I'm saying? And it's about teamwork.
Respect.
Seriously. And you already know someone be like, I ain't calling her for something. Okay, so do you want your child not to show, you know, your dad not to show up at this parent-teacher conference because of you couldn't get your ego out of the way and hit her. Like, come on, yo.
So when you text her, just be clear that I don't believe she was really a stripper.
Oh, no, I'm telling her no.
Jason called you a stripper. No, I love Crystal. Okay.
No, I know it's not fun.
So what's the book keep it classy? What would mothers and fathers get from that? What would parents get from that book?
The good takeaway I want parents to get from the book is to get over yourself. Honestly, because that's the problem. That's what stands in the way of having a productive, you know, civil relationship. If you really, really think about it, like what stands in the way? Your ego. Like you made me feel like this. You hurt me. Yeah, he did. He probably did. But now what? Then what? Right. Are they going to suffer because of how he made you feel? And it could be some 10 years ago. You know what I'm saying? So you realize they're suffering for that. And it's not going to affect you like it affects them. It's going to affect them to their core. That's why you have so many hurt people out now, you know, because hurt people. And that's what happened to them.
So what's the biggest misconception about you that people may have?
Misconception. You know what? I don't know. I have to ask somebody. That I don't cuss. I said that's an earnest. No, but like just, you know, I'm very multifaceted. You know what I'm saying? Like, yes, I choose, you know, to keep it classy and hold on to those old school, you know, foundations that I was raised with, but ain't no killer, but don't push me. You know, it takes a lot, but you know, and my thing is, like I said, since I had kids, it hasn't been about me. So I'm able to humble myself and, you know, put me on the backside, which is a big lesson, honey, because I used to be selfish, you know? So, yeah.
So your book, your children's book, The Adventures of Maddie. Have you ever thought about a child's book exploring the world of being in a co-parenting environment?
Yes, actually, I'm working on my son's now, and it's going to.
Are you sure? Because if not, I want 10% for
that. You know what?
Because I gave you the idea.
That was me. I'll meet you in court.
But that'd be interesting.
No, for sure. Yeah, I'm figuring it out now because it's supposed to be mysteries of Mason. I'm like, you know what? It needs to be like a good life lesson in this co-parenting thing that we have going on, the blended. So yeah, it's going to be awesome.
Well, look, I'm glad that we had a chance to finally meet and talk about this.
Yes.
I have to read some of these co-parenting books because, you know, if I was you, I'd be mad. But I guess being mad, it takes more energy to be mad.
It does.
But some people would say, do you think some women would say that you're not mad because, like, your ex is Neal? Like, you're well taken care of?
No, not at all. Because a lot of, child, if I told you half of the stuff, like, it's not.
Get to it.
Like,
just
girl,
get to one.
We're going to get to some music and get back to the 10% and half of the stuff. No, because that's a real question. I was thinking too, like, do people, you know, like, would a woman working at Walmart,
right? She got the right to be mad.
Find a way to happiness, but I guess you choose regardless of your circumstance.
Exactly. You
have
your
to
choice.
choose whether to be mad or happy.
It's your choice. Still, all the money in the world, it's not like, and what? These kids. Okay, so you can be hurt and toe up hard, just stank with all that Gucci and everything. Now what? Like what? No, it's not about that at the end of the day.
No, happiness is a choice.
Straight up.
Well, look, I'm happy you came on the show, and I appreciate you coming to talk to us about keeping it classy. And if for whatever reason shit goes south, come right back.
I'm ready to tell you the real.
With your new book, Keep It Ratchet.
Ratchet as hell.
All right, we out. Peace.